fundamentally right.
Yeah. Sir Mike Penning.
Much indeed, Madam Deputy Speaker, and what an awful long way we've come with this bill. And it's the previous bill, the fire safety bill, when we were told categorically, Madam Deputy Speaker, that wasn't the right vehicle for the sorts of remedial help that people needed in all of our constituencies. And this was the bill. And to be fair to the Minister and his civil servants, there has been huge movement compared to where we was when there was considerable unrest on this side of the House as well as around the House. And one of the reasons that this bill has been changed so much is because there was general unrest across the floor of the House as to what the bill was actually saying and doing. And can I also pay tribute, Madam Deputy Speaker, to my colleagues on this side of the House, because with a majority of this size, the government could have ignored. But they couldn't, because there was too much unrest on this side of the House and the campaigning that went on. And I want to pay tribute to my colleagues on that point. Is the bill perfect? No, it's not going to be perfect. But do we need this bill on the statute book in this session? Yes, we do. So that's why I will personally be supporting all the measures and not voting for any of the amendments to send it back to the other place. Because I think a lot of the work can be done on secondary legislation. The Minister has indicated that. There is more work that could be done, particularly in my opinion, and I've said this at report stage, at third reading, and the Father of the House has touched on this along with my colleagues here, with the insurance companies. The Father of the House quoted all these professional bodies that were responsible for building these properties. All of them were insured. And yet the insurance company have got off scot-free. And I know that in the department they were saying, I've said this before, so let me just repeat this for a second. It would be very difficult to get the insurance companies to retrospectively pay for this one. That's what they said about mesothelioma, where companies had gone bust and people were dying and suffering from that horrible asbestos disease. But the government actually brought the legislation forward so that we took a levy for the insurance companies to cover those missing employers. And we could do it with the missing companies. We could do it if we wanted to really do it. And I hope, and I'm going to go on and on and on for everyone in this House, that this can be done. Look at the way that the Department of Work and Pensions did that bill. I know a lot about it because I took it through the House. So I'm slightly biased, Madam Deputy Speaker. It can be done. I just want to pause for a second. I declare an interest as a former firefighter, Madam Deputy Speaker. I have nothing but admiration for our firefighters and emergency service that went in to Grenfell when others were quite understandably coming in the other direction, saw things that they'd never dreamed they would see in their careers. We don't want to see that again, but fires do occur and our emergency services do a fantastic job. I hope that they're getting the psychiatric support that some of those sites will have created in their lives that will affect their lives going forward. And I've asked this question before of several ministers. But the key to this bill today is we get it on the statute book. We can do more work at secondary legislation, and I think it's absolutely imperative for our constituents that we get it today on the books so that the other House listens to us and we get it on the statute book before the Queen's speech.
Hilary Benn.